tonight.
Oh,
Damn.
love that.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, so fuck you." Here you go.
Bruh. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Hey, Austin. You want to watch the newest episode of Big Top Burger?
It's
It's 5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes?
I just
Five.
switched over.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said I would do as soon as
I
I
can
got
do-
back.
I can do the recap.
Yes.
So I was seeing if I could find the milk picture, but I can't.
I still gotta get the music set up, but
There's a picture of me holding a chainsaw
I'll have it up in a moment. Chainsaw.
from when I worked at a haunted trail.
Yeah, I remember.
It's really funny because the day they're like it's over October, they have the haunted trail. You might know better, Austin. Wicked Whimsies.
That sounds familiar. I don't think I've ever gone there, but
I used to volunteer there, and it was really great because it was like fairy tale stuff turned haunted and horrifying. So they got like Alice in Wonderland, stuff like that. Three Pigs. Anyway, one year I was the dude at the end of the trail with the chainsaw. How they did it was the very final building was into the room, scare, round a corner, scare, round another corner, scare. It was just 4 or 5 scares back to back, and then the path through the forest that leads into an open field, and you're like, okay, it's finally the end. I wait for you to keep going, and then start the chainsaw and run after you. Problem is, I was Hansel, and so I was screaming, "Where's the witch? Where's the witch?" And I had to scream this angrily, louder than the chainsaw. So after the first night we did it, which was more just like a practice night to make sure we all got it fully down. My voice was fucking shot. It was absolutely gone, and I got good cardio during that whole fucking time. I scared the shit out of a lot of people. And also the exit was visible at the like waiting line, so people could just see me chase people out and just screaming at them. A few times people would cheer at me as I was chasing people. It was great.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Alright, so anyway, last time on Dungeons and Dragons, the party, at the behest of the elder of the segment of the rebellion to the Duran Kingdom, had traveled to destroy a control crystal, a crystal used to help the handlers keep control over the many creatures and monsters that reside or made within the Shadowfell itself. After some close calls, near deaths, but thankfully not too much pain, the party was able to destroy the crystal and leave. You had Raz grabbed a corpse and ripped off the armor and studied it. As you were walking, another familiar voice had appeared and began to speak, at which point it was learnt that it was Roshin, a old druid ally of Eonkath, who also knew about Eowyn before and is now currently working under Eowyn, though it is tearing her apart, all the monstrous things she's having to do. She told the party about how he has a specifically made axe that, with the help of a shadow witch, used it to absorb Rory, another ally of Eonkath, into the axe, using his power in some way to help benefit Eowyn, the king. After which, She also explained that Eowyn knew of all of the hideouts of the rebellion, and so you had gone back and convinced the group to split and leave to find new hideouts that were unknown. You had gone with one party deeper into went farther away into the plains and mountains from the kingdom and settled down for a night's rest.
Oh, yeah.
You all did level 213, correct?
Oh,
Yes, yes, I did.
I get 4th level. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
That's what I forgot to do.
Hey, I'm the responsible one.
I never claimed that I was.
I know.
Well, while you guys all go through that,
God damn it.
as you guys do that, you all awake from your long night's rest. As rested as some of you can be, Raz is off in the corner of this subterranean area, like on different parchments, writing out the runes that were within the armor and seeing if he can derive some sort of spell or some sort of counter to it, but is currently just in the midst of thinking.
Okay.
Orla kind of stretches and sits up, goes, right, so, what are we doing now? I feel like a whole lot has just been dropped really fast, and I'm having a little trouble kind of keeping up with it all.
That is fair.
Well, we need to remain focused and follow this group. Make sure that we find a suitable place to settle and then think of our next course of action.
Well, we can't stay with them all the time. We gotta...
Well, I'm sure there's certainly some preparing that we probably should do. Because I'm sure we have quite the task at hand, so...
I mean, any leg up would be beneficial, any information. But I'm not sure anybody here is gonna have information on anything about the kingdom. And I'm not one to risk contacting the friend.
We do have that new ally on the inside. Someone who is close to this ruler of this kingdom. So we at least have that as the upper hand. And of course, allies with the local rebels. So now it's just a matter of gathering as much information as we can to somehow save Lady Shen's child.
I'm just afraid of trying to contact her too much in case it might blow some cover.
That is
That
wise.
is also fair.
And what, Ian Koth, what was that creature that... What was it that he had made the axe... She was speaking a little fast. I was a little thrown off.
The creature. I'm sorry, what?
The being that he used to help forge the axe, that...
The Shade Witch?
Yeah. Would there be any benefit in that? I mean,
Rather not.
Are you saying that it might be good to find this witch? To learn more about the spell on the axe?
whether the axe or Eowyn, they've worked with him, so
Yes, but
Rat.
It's not a
they've
bad idea.
worked with him, so who's to say they're not to feed false information to us and turn around and tell all?
Raz speaks and goes, I agree with Eon Kath on this. I feel it might be a little hasty to just run into this powerful creature that we have very little interactions with to begin with. And suddenly this creature is strong enough to help the king? We need to be careful in our steps. I know, but we gotta do something. We can't run the whole time, otherwise we're gonna lose any upper hand we could find. And we don't know how... I mean, nobody really knows how close the Shade Witch possibly is, unless anybody in this camp knows about it.
I barely know anything about the damned beings.
You don't suppose that your friend might know some things about this witch, perhaps?
Well, there's
If
a
they're
good
so
reason.
close,
Well, there's a
then-
good chance she does, but I have no way to get into contact with her. She was the one who contacted me.
That is fair.
I can send messages, but not over large distances. I don't have that kind of capability.
So what do we do in the meantime? We need to give the rebellion time to recollect themselves after scattering, but we can't wait too long, as simply waiting will allow him to amass yet more power.
Indeed.
It seems we are in a precarious situation currently.
Perhaps we could aid the rebels in some other task and let fate bring us closer to our original goal, whatever that task may lead us to.
Around this time, the one swordsman who had led the charge here, who had first interacted with you when you first found the group itself, walks over to you, to the group. So, what's your guys' plan?
Vanish in the dark.
We were hoping that you would actually... Well, I was perhaps hoping you would help us in that endeavor.
I mean, right now we gotta get this place settled into a proper usable space. We were hoping getting farther away from the kingdom will help us stay undetected for a little bit longer until we can get this place actually defendable from any attacks. And also make it harder for their control crystals to get out here.
You see, we are in need of more information. Any useful information on how we could perhaps gain entry into this kingdom.
The only way you could gain entry is if you're personally invited for the king to wipe you across his floors, or you manage to somehow break your way through every single obstacle that gets you into the main hall for the king to then wipe you across his floors. There's one thing we know, that bastard is so prideful. He'll just let somebody walk right to his throne just so he can cut him down.
You wonder if he is so prideful. Maybe we could instead draw him out.
Oh, he don't leave his kingdom. That's not something that happens. He stays in his throne, in his castle. The only reason he leaves is when he's leading his army. And if you get him to leave his castle, he's bringing his army with him. And his special pet.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Out of character, does he know exactly why we are here?
I believe you've talked to him about.
Child.
I think you guys have probably talked to him about the child and the fact you're trying to fight Eowyn.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't. I don't think you guys have revealed that the right-hand man and the leader of the rebellion is the child. You have not revealed that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They don't know that it was a spunky teen leading their rebellion.
Right. Well,
Hmm.
if there's at least something we could do to assist you in the meantime while we still work on gathering information to help rescue an individual.
I mean, if you got strong hands for building and setting up materials and sheds and shacks, help is always useful, but right now all we can do is prepare this place to try to make a more permanent base of operations. And that's the one thing we've yet to be able to do in this past while is make a permanent base of operations, because the moment we think we're finally settled down, an army comes marching through.
Hmm.
Hmm.
If you truly want to help, I mean, killing the king is one thing, but you might need a little bit more help than just our currently ramshackled, separated army. If we were able to somehow get every single group together, we could probably cause some distraction. But even then, I doubt it'd be for too long.
Any assistance is better than none, regardless of where it comes from. And please don't discredit your army for being, as you say, ramshackle. The fact that you have been fighting this hard for this long is impressive.
Oh, I don't see ramshackle as any sort of insult. I see it more as effectiveness. But information, I mean, we don't really have anything more in the kingdom. Anybody who's gone in hasn't come out. Anything else? Like, I'll give you any information I can. The fact you destroyed that crystal is something. So I'll help in any way I can.
Is there anywhere that you would recommend to go to find more information?
Finding information out here? There's one thing. God, what was it? Some... Fuck. He, like, leans over. Hey! Rod! See this, like, very large, more muscular Shadarkai kind of walks over. Yeah, what? What? What was that thing you talked to that helped you out? What was it? Oh, the Shade Witch? Yeah. What do you know about it? Well, it's terrifying. Um, my only limited conversation, she seemed annoyed at the king, but I wasn't exactly going to stand around there alone and question her. But I mean, she wasn't exactly rude. She didn't seem evil. She was scary as hell, I'll tell you that, but something about her seemed almost trustworthy, but not in a manipulative way. It it's hard to explain because I also wasn't focusing too hard on the feelings from her because she's when you're not expecting that and you kind of get jump scared by it, it'll really throw you off any of your game. Don't try and kill her. She only stays in her grotto, as far as I'm aware. Nobody has ever seen her outside, but I'm not even sure what she is capable of in there.
So you think she would be trustworthy enough to, at the very least, talk to, perhaps, well, I suppose even if she is not necessarily malevolent, I'm sure any sort of information we may take from her may have a price.
Possibly. I don't know the nature of shade witches. Their closest comparison are like archfey. But shade witches and archfey are different. Shade witches get their power from something else. Meanwhile, archfey kind of get their deals from like deals of some kind. You make a deal, you get power, but then they get a stake in your soul or something. But I'm gonna be honest. The only people who I know of who have interacted with the Shade Witch have just kind of got a minor boon, and that was that. And then they left.
Seems that may be the next logical step. Unless
Raz immediately stands up and like tries to match this guy, like to get right in his face, but he is like a full head and a half shorter, but he's still just staring up and squinting in his eye. Raz.
Just punches the guy.
Bro.
But he misses.
Raz just kind of like takes a step back, just goes, I still don't like the idea. I'm not too sure what.
Not quite the fondest of shade witches.
I understand, but it seems we have not very many options. Though
Orlus goes, see, I'm sure she's fine. Besides, we got all of us. I'm sure at least maybe only one of us will get taken out if we piss her off. I'm sure the rest of us could get away.
well, let's hope it never comes to that.
Your optimism is infectious.
Thank you.
Though now that I think about it, after Raz's research, we could also simply capture an officer of the Empire, someone of high rank, someone who may have a lot of information, and question them.
Rod just goes, I'm gonna go back to building. The other man
Thank you for
goes,
your contributions.
you can certainly try. The generals typically have 2 to 3 of the medium or more powerful creatures at their behest. And there's about a 30% chance that they're not even controlling themselves, and it's whatever enchantment in the armor controlling them.
So it's either rush into known, guaranteed danger, or take our chances with something potentially far, far more powerful.
But possibly less dangerous.
But
Just because it's powerful doesn't mean it's going to be dangerous.
I mean,
Miraz just looks at her and goes, why? What? I agree with you, Unkath. Why is your optimism so infectious?
I don't know. From what it sounds like, the witch sounds dangerous, but also it sounds like it could be a good shot of, well, seeing if we can get any other information that could be helpful in this situation.
Considering we have a mutual enemy, I'd say the odds are in our favor if we talk to this witch.
Just gotta find it.
What are the rest of the party that's not part of this really doing?
Alright.
Zinc is still passed out.
Makes sense.
Sora is zoned out, and Reed is gone.
Oh, okay, sure.
Gone! She's gone. Okay.
Reed's just gone. Okay.
Just like,
You look around for like 2 minutes, you see he's like off, like lifting a box and moving it. You're just like, okay, I hope he's not stealing.
what are we gonna
Ah,
steal?
please not silly.
Well, that's racial profiling, dude. That's crazy. This is a tabaxi.
No, because he's a rogue.
No, it's Reed.
He's a rogue
It's
tabaxi.
Reed. It's Reed, cyst.
He could be a fucking rogue dragonborn or a rogue Goliath. He's a rogue. He's gonna try to steal shit.
Because of my edgy past, I must steal.
That's more of a Zinc thing. She's a
To
monk.
steal.
Just, it's like, I
You
wanna
right,
loot
though.
shit. Well, considering what kind of stakes we are in, and since it is involving Lady Shen's child, I will go with it, whatever decision she makes.
Orla raises her hand and goes, I vote for the witch.
I think I agree.
And that is my vote for the witch as well.
Zink wakes up, goes, huh? What? Me? Yeah, huh?
Honey, you don't even know what decision we're making.
You don't know that.
I'd say I would actually.
Come on, let's go. Where are we going?
Just moments ago, you were snoring.
No, I wasn't.
Whatever you say.
Okay. All right then.
Orla stands up. Reed is just next to the party again.
He's just there.
Oh, okay.
Just-
All right. I see he's back.
Orla goes, right, so, I'm gonna go track down that Rod guy and figure out how we find the witch. I'll be right back. And she disappears into the crowd. A minute later, she goes, okay, we just have to want to find her, and we'll find her.
Well,
Pardon?
that's obscure.
That's what I said.
I fear I may remain lost then.
Well, I suppose as long as you're following us, and if I suppose if enough of us has the will to find her, then we may still find her. And why?
This is confusing.
Should we just walk off into the forest and hope for the best?
Let's walk back the direction we know. Or how about this? We'll go in a big circle.
Are you sure that would work?
He just said, have the will to find her and you'll find her. I asked what he meant, and he just said, when you hear the low humming, then you'll be at her door.
Ominous.
Well,
Doesn't
I
make me
suppose there's-
feel good about this.
suppose there's one way to find out if this works.
All right. Here we go. And Raz kind of comes up next to you and Kath. So, what should we do in case all of this goes sour? I can teleport.
How many can you teleport?
Up to 8.
How many people are in our party? I keep
I believe
forgetting.
you have 8 because Basil, Ian, Kath, Kenshi, Reed, Zinc, Sora, and then you have Orla and
Raz.
Raz.
Yeah.
So you can get all 8.
Oh,
I guess so.
that would work.
I don't like this.
Don't either. But she's back being headstrong.
Oh!
Hey!
Hey! There's
Zinc.
Hello!
No, what did I miss?
She's back from the
Hello.
clutches of work.
Not much, to be honest.
The party talked, and they decided they're gonna go find the creepy ass Shade Witch, the Shadowfell hag.
Okay,
if you
that's it.
will.
Yep.
Oh, the thing we were talking about a while back ago with the
The axe.
at the place.
the
Yes.
place.
Yes.
I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah,
Whenever we did
the
the
place,
recap,
and it
I
was like, hey, we
did not
heard
remember
rumors
that.
of this.
Yeah. We've decided
Yes.
that we were gonna go try to find her to
You were
hopefully get some
told,
sort of.
and you were told the way to find her was to walk and have the will to find her, and you will find her.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna die, aren't we?
So we're just gonna pick a direction and start walking, essentially.
Orla will lead the party. I will do a.
Cool.
She has advantage because she's in her favorite terrain. I'm doing a survival check to just see how well of a circle she can make. That is a 27, so she's fine. You guys start just a very wide, like a mile wide circle. Just a gradual, slow turn. She's just like keeping an eye out on the sky and paying attention to direction. And you guys start walking. First 10, 20 minutes, bored. maybe some conversation, but otherwise it's a lull. Eventually, Orla is like kind of about 30 minutes in, looking at all the trees a little more intently. About 40 minutes in, Orla stops and goes, "Something's weird.
What?
I don't know the place, obviously, but something about the trees feels strange.
In what way?
They're more vibrant. You look. Everybody make a perception check."
About to say. Okay.
My eyes!
My favorite type of
My
check.
eyes! Oh,
I
yeah.
can check my fucking
18.
Wait, shit, I have mine at advantage to go back to normal.
If I can.
Come here, Trey.
First, get this.
Oh wait, let's see what Raz gets.
Ooh.
Raz got pretty good actually.
Wait, hold on. I'm
Raz
stupid.
got
Aw,
a dirty
man.
20.
Wow.
Perception.
I got a 24.
I got
24.
a 6.
6. So Basil,
I
you
want to say 24.
yeah, you got 24 as well. With your plus 15.
God damn.
um, but everybody except Basil is able to see that the trees were typically the dull grays, extremely dull grays. There is a slight hint of green in the trees. Like the very slightest hint of green in the trees and brown in the bark, and the very slightest hint of green in the grass. You know, there's just... I don't know how to feel.
I don't know, seems the same as it usually is.
Let's...
Basil, I'm gonna hold your hand. I tell you might be colorblind.
I feel like I would have found that out
works.
sooner.
Orla just continues walking a little slower.
How does one tell that they are colorblind?
That's
About
the tricky part. You don't know.
Believe me, you aren't. We probably would have had an in-depth discussion over the color of the fabric at some point.
It's about 10 minutes later after the very faint vibrancy shows up. It's starting to get to a shade where now, Basil, you are able to see a slight difference. There is a bit more brown and green in places. It's about this time
Thank God I'm not colorblind.
that there... It's about this time that the party hears a low hum. Ever present, everywhere, a low hum. Continuous.
Okay.
Lola stops, looks around.
Hmm.
Is this it? And the hum slowly gets louder. And it's not a hum. It's less of a hum and more of a strum of a string, as if you're dragging a bow across a bass. A low melodic strum, getting louder and louder, until eventually a secondary chord picks in, slightly higher pitched, and then a third, and this third chord makes it almost discordant, and at this point it's getting pretty loud. And then another extremely high pitch picks in, even more discordant, and it's getting louder and louder. In your ears, in your head, you speak and you can't hear yourselves. You think and you can't hear it. You just hear the strumming, and you instinctually close your eyes and like grip your head And as you do this, it immediately winds down into silence. And you kind of blink and look, and you are in vibrant green. Deep brown trees, deep green leaves. And you look up to see a small cottage. There is packs of flowers across the ground. And you see at a small table in the front yard this elderly looking half Shadarkai. Slight wrinkles on the face, as much as an elven descendant can look old. Though they are half Shadarkai, they seem to be half human, half Shadarkai. You see an elderly woman sitting there. You see in her hands, and a longer wooden, almost box that has a dial on one side. And as you guys focus, you hear another low hum as she's turning this lever or turning this dial. You hear a low hum and you hear a soft melody being played as she turns, and
She's playing a hurdy-gurdy.
she's playing a hurdy-gurdy.
Let's go.
But as this happens, you all take a step forward, and she slowly stops, takes the hurdy-gurdy and sets it on the table, stands up and looks at you and goes, "It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm proud to have many guests. What brings you to my corner?"
What should our first words be to her?
I forgot why we're hunting the switch down, not gonna lie.
Do not let me speak the first words to her.
Yeah, I was
because
about to say,
will not be
should
pleasant.
that be Yunka?
There's a quiet timer at play right now.
I forgot why we were looking for her, I'm not gonna lie.
So,
You came here for information about the king and the person you're trying to find and how to deal with him. You know this witch had worked with him.
Can I speak?
Sure, what do you say? If you don't say anything yet, then Raz is going to speak up. Because Raz is about to say something.
We can tell her, hey, we're looking for some kids. You seen any kids?
We know where the child
Oh,
is.
no. We know what the child is?
We know where the child is.
Alright,
yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna go ahead with the whole, like, oh no, we're just looking for this poor lost child.
Good evening, madam. I hope your day is going well so far.
Going great. I have some things I wish were different, but beggars can't be choosers.
Well, that is unfortunate. My name is Basil, and this is our group.
Hello.
We came to seek you out to possibly find some information or guidance of some kind with dealing with a common enemy.
And who might this enemy be that we have in common? About this point, Raz steps forward and goes, "This isn't who you are. Why do you hide?"
Figured as much.
She goes, "The last few times people have gotten off-put by my look, I figured being more presentable would be nicer for those who visited me."
Scared to let your true colors fly.
No. I'm more than happy to be who I truly am. This is simply old skin, who I was at the start.
I'd prefer this without the theatrics.
Of course. I'll do it as least theatrical as I can. It will take just a moment. And as she says this, her legs lock in place and the top half kind of folds down, and the body begins to twitch and writhe, and the spine, the back of the old woman almost splits and then breaks and cracks, and it almost jolts, similar to a tarantula trying to molt. Just it twitching until eventually the two arms stretch out and the pale white skin turns a deep black, and from the back 4 more arms shoot out, and as the ones on the back hit the ground itself, where the hands plant, the bright, vibrant green earth immediately rots and wilts and goes the same gray that it was before, and it spreads out into the the flower bushes, and all of the flowers wilt and fall, and the entire area, once this vibrant, bright meadow, eventually turns into this dilapidated, similar look of the rest of the Shadowfell. Though the shack and the table mainly stay identical in look. And now, standing before, stretching to a full height, standing about 13, 14 feet tall, 6 extremely long arms wrapped around, having this almost plume of black feathers that run down this elongated neck. But at the tips of the feathers, it ends into almost a void. There's the base and middle of feather, but then it just ends into a void. The lower half almost shrunken and tinier than the legs they were before. Similar feathers into voids across the legs and up the middle part of the chest that turns almost rail bone thin. And she... Sorry about that. Now who is our combined enemy?
Ooh.
You trust her enough to say who it actually is, or?
Eowyn Slaughteron.
You say this and she cocks an eye. You wish to kill the king? Very interesting. She sits back down in her chair. One of the larger hands grabs the hurdy-gurdy and places it back, and what was once a nice and pristine hurdy-gurdy now also begins to stretch. Parts kind of break and bend, and it enlarges into gnarled black wood. But the similar hurdy-gurdy shape, just larger and more warped. The bottom set of hands gripping it, the top 4 set of hands continuing to gesture. Now, pray tell your reasoning for wanting to kill this king. I certainly have my reasons.
Personal reasons. We go.
I just want his crown.
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah?
Sorry to interrupt. There's a frog on the window.
There's a frog on the window.
I just watched,
I
I
wanna
see
see
in the
the
corner of
frog.
my eye, just
Frog.
something leap up
I
onto
wanna
the
see
window.
the frog.
And
I was
just
wondering
see
what you were
it's a
looking
frog.
at.
Flip the camera over.
It is
Show
a
frog,
small
show
Flip the
frog.
camera over.
Show
What a
Show frog.
It's like
Show
this
frog.
big.
frog. Frog.
It's just
Hell
sitting
yeah,
there
dude.
on the window.
It's like, hey guys,
Hold
what you doing?
I'm just like, as soon as that happens, I'm like,
Frog.
I don't want to say anything. because we're like, Jacob's in the middle of describing. But
There you go. Frog picks.
Also, wait, hold on, frog.
I
Oh,
haven't
wait,
seen
frog?
any frogs
Frog!
like around here,
Look at
so
the,
I'm
look at the
just like
creature.
exasperated that there's a frog.
Look at the
La
creature.
Clitora.
La Clitora.
If we weren't in the middle of this, I would totally go outside and try to get it. I would totally
But yeah,
try
well,
to eat it.
Also, while you were
Be a
describing
pet.
while you're describing the witch like transforming, I decided to put on like as you're doing it, I decided to put on like hurdy-gurdy music. Vibes are
Nice.
fucking immaculate right now.
Yeah.
Fucking love
Yes.
hurdy-gurdy, dude.
Hold on. I can send you the exact song that made me
I don't know if there's any
Maybe
copyright
her,
for
give
hurdy-gurdy.
give her hurdy-gurdy. I'll just post it in general. It links to Spotify, so if you want to just like find it on.
Ew.
Look, that's what I. But that's the song that made me give her hurdy-gurdy.
That's fair.
Because it was fucking sick. I had heard more songs before, and I was like, that might be kind of cool, actually. And then that song played, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Hurdy-gurdies are awesome.
They are.
It's rip, dude. Play on Spotify, bitch. It's not working. Find it. I'll find it.
The Spotify, the fucking browser Spotify, fucking sucks. It is.
I'm not even doing the Spotify one. I have the actual fucking app. It's still just like
Yeah.
Weird. It's not working. I'll look it up.
But anyway, what was happening before Frog?
I'd got no idea, bro.
I think she had just like
asked us
the
why
thing
you
to-
want the king dead.
All
Oh,
coherent
Right.
left me the moment I heard there was a
Right. It was personal reasons.
For personal reasons, we go back, you could say.
Seem very tense. Do you not
I'm
trust
not-
something like me?
Inherently, no. Deals are never made for free.
Whenever you rely on deals, I have no need for deals. I prefer trade, immediate transaction. No long-term piano over the head.
Sorry. It just gave me the fucking thought of someone taking a fade deal and they just hang a piano over his head.
Hey, where'd you
He's
get that
hovering
piano?
above them.
Hey son, where'd you find that?
It's like fucking sort of Damocles from Binding of Isaac. It's
Yes, except there's literally a mod that turns it into a piano.
just
I
Make a
rely.
horrible mistake right now, but
I rely not when it comes to deals.
And what are your trades?
I'd be more than happy to give a. How does this sound? You and I both have desires of the king's demise. He had promised me protection in return for helping him with the axe that he carries at his side. Now I feel his protection is a mute point. I no longer need it. And he and his entire existence and kingdom makes it harder for me to grow stronger. He brings too much of a powerful negative essence that brings imbalance. The Shadowfell. So, I'll give you a boon for free. All you have to do is kill the king and you keep it. Leave the Shadowfell, the boon leaves too. If the king does not die, if you kill the king and leave the Shadowfell, the boon is yours to keep. And if you would like, I can move around some of your own personal strengths into other aspects of yourself.
Insight.
Go ahead, roll insight.
I'm gonna roll that too.
19.
What do I got in my inventory?
That's a 9. God, Basil, can you stop rolling shit today?
Basil, they seem trustworthy. Aeonkoth, nothing about them sounds like they're lying. Seems like she's telling the truth. She has no real reason to lie to you right now.
So, question.
Yes.
Why don't you just deal with him yourself if you're so powerful?
I could deal with it if it was just him, but he has an entire kingdom and army, and I'm much more powerful within my own space, and he would never come here. He has no need. Whoever would like to step up first, I'd be more than happy to grant this boon.
I have a question.
Of course.
I have some banana bread that I think was baked by a god. I gotta double check my sources though. What can I get with that?
Do you hand over the banana bread? I should
I
have.
want to see. I can show her the. I want to see what.
How far away is
can
the
get
party
first.
currently standing from her? I should ask. What is the gap between her sitting on her chair and the party standing?
I am at the back of the group. I'm
Whenever
not-
Basil,
I want to find out what I can get first.
Whenever I approached her before, I was thinking that she probably was maybe maybe 5 to 10 maybe feet away.
Okay. So we'll say you guys are about 10 feet away.
I'm keeping closer to 20.
Aeonkoth's just kind of, but
Hanging
Zinc,
near
you
the
step,
back.
you step forward towards the front of
With your banana bread.
She the
I want
arm,
to see what I got.
the arm, you hear the arm cracking and stretching out as it reaches and goes,
Oh no.
"May I take a look at this bread?"
Sure.
Love to hear this creature say
I
banana bread.
hand over the bread that may or may not be stale. I'm not exactly sure.
You
I think
grab.
it's my god, but
You place the bread in her hand. The moment it leaves your hands, it shoots back. Oh, fuck.
Nice.
It shoots back. Shut up. Shut up.
That was going in my cringe call.
The witch
See
knocks
anything.
over her microphone.
The witch dog over-
Oh shit. Fumbled the hurdy-gurdy a little bit. Shit.
I'm sorry, that probably sounded awful. It's okay.
She just falls right into the fucking flapper. She's like, fucking petunias.
The marigolds.
They're marigolds. They're not
my God.
flowers, but I know how when I see one.
My God, she's right.
I think they are marigolds.
Tension's gone.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
but the arm shooting it over, it's like it was made by a god, and it has more retaining properties.
Bread.
And it's bread, but it's still
Banana bread.
getting a little stale and more unedible. But you see in her hand, it almost fluffs back up. It's like it goes back to the perfect acid. She goes, I could make trade with this if you would like yourself to be enhanced. Is that what you would like? What would you want this back?
You know what? I am a bit of a gambling man, so let's do this.
Lovely. Closes her hand. And I will give you. Would you rather be hardier or better at something?
What?
Ooh.
Interesting.
Oh, like better at anything?
No, those are your two options: hardier or better at something.
So I could do something really funny and see if you can make my perception even higher. But I wanna.
I don't think you need it to
That'd
be
be
higher.
real funny.
That would
It's
be
already
funny.
high enough.
But I'm debating on it.
What do you do?
But it
Do you
will
want to?
be funny. It's so funny.
Do you want to be?
Okay,
Do you want to be hardier?
I'm not here for that conversation.
Do you want to be hardier, or do you want
Write it down,
to
yeah.
be better at something?
See if you can get better eyes.
I have you seen my perception is great. But hardier. Make me real hard to kill.
You gain 10 max
Just
HP.
chuck me at things.
Nice. Okay.
10 max HP.
What
What do I do?
HP.
Your maximum HP goes up by 10 permanently.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Not
So-
bad.
Too
73
shabby.
to 83.
You probably
Not
need that.
bad. Not bad at all.
After the last fight, I'm sure you
Yeah.
certainly would enjoy that.
Oh yeah. You guys just chuck me at things now.
Useful. But that was just your trade. She goes, well, that was for trade. Would you like your free benefit?
Free
Free
benefit.
forever?
What is the catch on this?
None. The
I
only catch is that you get to keep it as long as you kill the king. Leave without the king's life being taken, and the boon goes with it. Other than that, there is no other clause. I have no need for your souls or anything. I gain my strength in other ways, and the king is getting in that way.
Before I accept this, can I ask a couple of questions?
Possibly. I may or may not answer.
First things first, what is this freebie you're offering?
A similar enhancement like I just made for your trade.
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna,
how do you get your power?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Because if you don't take it from souls, or that makes me question.
Make
How?
make a persuasion check. This is
good
a
question.
really high DC.
Persuasion. Okay, persuasion.
Persuasion.
Your charisma is good, right?
17.
Yeah.
Roll. I don't know if this will pass.
She just kind of chuckles and just goes, I just need negativity. But the king is making things too negative. You're gonna
Too
need to trade.
negative.
You're gonna need to trade more if you want more information.
He's got rancid vibes, frankly.
No, yeah, I'm a bitch, but he's a bigger bitch. He thinks
Oh
he's a
my
little.
God.
His fucking yee ass haircut is messing with the vibe of the Shadowfell.
He raised the general taxes by 2%. Like, what the fuck? We're already experiencing
How am I
inflation. Like,
supposed to afford a living here?
I can barely afford anything from Five Guys anymore.
I used to get McDonald's all the time. Now I can't get shit.
Oh, now it's a treat, apparently.
What do you? What the fuck is even 3.5? What do you mean the restaurant 3.5 men?
Don't
Okay,
be the
dog,
millionth
he's
customer at
gone.
5 Guys. have you seen that meme?
No.
What meme?
Never be the millionth customer at Five Guys. They just jump the counter and beat you.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
I've not heard that one. I'll use the bathroom too, real
Okay.
quick.
Wait, what? I'm debating if I want to make another trade with her.
Do you want to make? You
That
can
is
make a
To see
trade,
if I can.
Up to you.
but you can make the trade. But then there's also your the freebie that you can take right now if you would want to.
I'm taking the freebie. I'm taking the freebie.
All right. Do you want to be hardier or better at something?
Hmm. Okay. I could either do something real funny or make a smart decision.
What do you think Zinc would do?
Hmm. Make me better at something.
All right. Choose an ability.
An ability.
Strength,
You know
dexterity,
what I'm gonna go with.
strength, dexterity,
Abilities.
constitution,
Or-
intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. Which one?
Oh,
One of the basics.
uh,
Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma.
I am gonna go with wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh.
Mhm.
Add 2 to your wisdom modifier permanently.
All right, modify. That's a little one,
So-
right?
Yes, the bigger number that is smaller. So the 20
Boost it up to
So
22.
that becomes 22.
that becomes
Correct.
22.
Now my perception's up to 16.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
hold on.
Oh,
Oh no, right? No,
this is
you didn't.
hilarious.
You You didn't take skill expert, I don't think, or did you?
Did I?
Like the only
No, you
I
did.
don't know.
One of,
You did.
I was just say one of the only conceivable ways that these numbers are possible is through expertise.
Do you have? Hold on. Let me. Okay, no.
Unless there's some crackhead build I have yet to hear about.
No, never mind. I'm thinking things
Oh,
wrong.
God.
Yeah, no, never mind. All right, so that was your freebie. I'm going to talk with Reed and Cora later to see anything they would trade. But you all watch as the banana bread was taken and the questions were asked. The banana bread was taken. The questions were asked of what she wanted enhanced, and she slowly turned the handle of the hurdy-gurdy. And as the music played, the ground itself almost started to resonate, and the plants began to grow vibrant again, and the sort of colored energy whiffed off them and went into Zinc.
Whoa.
And she seems okay?
Oh,
She seems fine.
oh
Everything-
no.
Okay.
As this happens, she goes, anyone else want to make trades or go straight for their free gifts?
Let me check my pockets.
I don't think I have anything to trade.
Do we want to just get everybody's free gifts out of the way?
I mean,
Yeah, I think Kenshi will walk forward next. And
All right.
I wish to receive your boon.
Do you wish to be hardier or better at something?
Let's see, what would I want? Let me look at my skills real quick. No, I'll be hardier too.
Gain 10 maximum HP.
Pog. Shit, excuse me.
Orla is going to walk forward and choose to be better at something. Raz is kind of sticking back with Ian Koth, and he's like, I'm not doing it if you're not.
Absolutely not.
I have a lot of shit in my inventory. I'm debating.
Basil, do you step forward?
Basil does step forward. By the way, I don't know if we ever got your name.
How rude of me. I am Zrathena.
Right then. Well, if it is all right, I would be quite happy with a boon.
Do you wish to be hardier or better at something?
Could I make a specific request, or does it have to be one of those?
What is your specific request?
Would it be better for me to ask you specifically, or?
Well, I, as a DM, am asking you what is your specific request to see if it is equivalent in the thing for the free boon, or if you may have to give more for it.
Okay. I had the thought of possibly enhancing my oracle abilities to be able to have a look into someone's past.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Through way of like the typical little hand ritual. Or something of the similar variety.
Unfortunately, she doesn't have the power of time and vision. Though she might be able to, though she would be able to enhance your oracle abilities, maybe to that extent, but you might have to give a little more. Whether it be by trade of personal items or physical being.
Could I ask her? Like if there is something specific that she would like in trade for this?
It all depends on what you have. If what you have is good enough for the trade, what all do you have to offer?
I pull out like half of the caramels I have in my pocket. Pull out 50 caramels.
What's the candy?
I don't suppose you'd be able to accept any of these. I know it's not
Took my
much,
banana bread,
but
so
it's something I put my heart and soul into.
Make a persuasion check.
It's Pops paying for the bill for the very first time and just handing off a bunch of lollipops.
or candy.
Man. You said persuasion.
Persuasion.
Fucking incredible.
Okay, which dice should I do? I've got the
This
baby
is-
dice. I got
this
the
is how-
cupcake dice.
About how many is it?
How many what?
How many of the Basil's originals? It's like 50,
I'll make
100,
I'll make it 80.
80. Okay. Because the amount can affect the DC. That's why I wanted to know.
I just throw all of them in.
If you want.
I'll do
I'm
90.
all in.
I'll do 90. I'll keep 10 just in case.
All right, 90.
Oh,
Make your persuasion check.
Okay. I'll do the tiny one. 22.
Oh yeah.
She will look at this pile of candies, stare for a moment, and like hand reaches out and grows in size and scoops them all up and closes
Yeah, they're
the
like in a
hand.
bag.
Yeah,
a little
scoops
plastic
it up
bag.
and closes her hand shrinking back down to the bag disappearing. I will say that instead of the boon, you get the enhanced oracle abilities, which I will think more in depth of what fully that means, possibly going back in time because with the 22 persuasion or seeing more of past. But
Yeah, just having like
I will
peering into someone's past would be
So
interesting.
so Basil, the character, like actually asked the witch out loud if
Yeah.
you could upgrade your oracle ability to look into people's past.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So like yeah, when you
Look into all our browser history.
so like when you asked her that, because Kenshi was kind of just standing there, just kind of like stoic, looking like kind of straight at the witch. When you said that, he finally like takes his eyes away from the witch and kind of like looks at you wide eyed a little bit, and then like blinks for a moment, shakes his head, like keeps looking forward. Like
Something you don't want me to see, boy.
Some of your
So
fucking
Patrick,
secrets.
Look at first.
something he might want
Go
to see.
through all your browser histories.
I will also
Something he might not want to see.
I will also explain this. So you are now within the witch's presence. She is able to do a physical transfusion on you.
What?
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 You
What?
What do you mean by that?
Each person is only able to handle 2 physical transfusions. If you sacrifice 10 health, 10 maximum HP, you can increase one of your ability scores by 1d4 plus 1. If you do 20 HP, it is 1d6 plus 2. 30 HP is 1d8 plus 3. 40 HP is 1d10 plus 4.
Oh.
50 HP, 50 maximum HP is 1d12 plus 5. And if you sacrifice
What does
60
this mean?
maximum health, if you sacrifice 60 maximum health, you can increase one of your ability scores by 1d20 plus 6. But you are sacrificing permanently 60 maximum health
Oh,
if you go to the highest amount.
God.
But each person can only
Wait,
handle
how?
2 physical transfusions.
What?
So I can't do any more trades.
But if you do, that's just moving around your own physical attributes from one point to another. If you have trades, then she's taking energy from the area to enhance you. If you have trades that are worthwhile and
Oh.
valuable enough,
Hmm.
then that might be. But also, you can do it in reverse. you can sacrifice 1d4 plus 1 of an ability score and gain 10 max HP, or 1d6 plus 2 and lose that of an ability score and gain 20 max HP. So if you want, you could take the gamble and only sacrifice 7 points of an ability score and gain 60 max HP. Just understand, if any of your ability scores reach 0, you die.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Well.
And I don't think I have to tell you that if your max HP reaches 0, you die.
I'm not doing that.
If you would like to do any physical transfusions, moving HP to ability points or ability points to HP, you can. But each person can only do 2 physical transfusions. But if you might trade, if it is of high enough value, then it might be D4, D6, D8, D12, D10, whatever. But it has to be of high enough value for her to consider and to do that. The trades can happen as long as you have things to trade, but the physical transfusions can only happen twice.
Let's see. I got Hungry Bone, a helmet I stole from a dead dude, and a few platinum bars. I think that'd be enough.
Only one way to find out.
Okay, I like to ask the witch something.
All right.
Do you have any use of platinum, gold, or gems?
They can be useful in crafting of resources for spellcraft and for trade.
Alright, then I would like to offer up a hungry bone that I stole, a helmet from a dead dude that I stole.
A hungry bone?
And then, yeah, hungry bone.
From the
I
hunger,
stole it
I
from the
assume?
hungry monster.
Right, from the
Yeah.
hungry. Okay, you saying hungry bone?
My
Oh, well, I
God.
thought
me
what it
think
was
you're talking-
immediately.
I forgot about that. I thought it was a bone that is hungry, and I'm confused
like,
of where
wait,
you
where
got
did
that.
I want one of those
How did I
now.
give
I
you
want
that?
that now. I'm going back to the joke shop to see what.
You throw a bone at somebody and it just bites them on the arm.
Shit, I want that now. I really want that now.
Can you make this bone sentient?
Okay, so I got.
So the bone from the
You can bite
hungry.
people. You're the personality of a chihuahua.
So just filled with rage. Okay, I have
always
So
shaking.
rage bites
I-
people. It only likes one person.
I have a theory. All dogs are filled with the same amount of anger. It's just when they're bigger, it takes up less of the dog.
Right.
I have yet to meet a truly angry big dog. Like when I say big dog, I'm talking like a
Oh.
big dog. Every single one of them have loved me from the moment they looked at me because they just go,
Jesus.
"Oh hell yeah!"
There's like new
Person.
best friend. They're just
Friend.
stupid
Yeah.
and happy.
He's gonna pet me. I'm just gonna lean into him and threaten to topple him at all points in time.
And they never act
He's
like how
gonna
big
throw
they
the
are.
ball. It's gonna be the best day ever.
This is gotta be the best.
I was caught wubbing them.
Yes,
Wub,
I would
wub,
like-
wub, wub,
Oh,
wub,
yeah,
wub,
whoa, whoa,
wub.
whoa, 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 whoa. Yes. Fuck yes.
Jeez.
Fuck
I
yes.
So,
would
the bone
like
of the-
to offer. Oh, I like to offer the bone of the hungry, the helmet I stole from a dead dude, and 5 platinum bars.
Okay. So, the bone of the hungry, the helmet, and 5 platinum bars. So I want
Yeah,
you
the
to
helmet
make
I stole from a dead dude.
I want you to make me a persuasion check. If you're too low,
Persuasion.
if you are low, you will get the 1d4 plus 1. If you are middle of the road, you will get the 1d6 plus 2. If you are pretty high, if you're really high, you'll get the 1d8 plus 3, or the 10, 20, or 30 health.
Okay,
It's over on the
persuasion, go.
dresser. Yeah. The kitty was on the dresser.
I didn't look yet. What is it at?
It's a 6.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
would you like to be hardier or better at something?
I feel like I should probably.
Would you like to be
make
stronger or
my
tougher?
cur-
That's better. Stronger or tougher is what I should say.
I feel like I should probably make my charisma better. Yeah, I'm gonna up my
So-
charisma.
All right, you're gonna do stronger.
Mhm.
Increase your charisma by 5.
All right.
Jesus.
So
1d4 plus 1.
14,
14 to
18,
19.
16, 17, 19. Right, and I'll remove those things from my inventory. No
All
more helmet I stole from dead dude. No more hungry bone. And I lose. How many platinum bars did I have?
Anybody else want to trade or?
Nope. I'll pass.
That is all for me.
The witch will lean towards Yonkath and Raz. Like, just kind of turn more towards you, goes, I understand your apprehensions, but you can check your friends. There is nothing negative to them. I have no need for your soul, your humanity. I have no use. I simply give to those who help me in achieving what it is I want. Feel free to trade your free boon for information. Informations are just as much as boons as anything else.
Who does Aowen hold dearest?
Oh.
Himself.
Figured.
Yeah, that makes
Jesus
sense.
Christ, were you about to go full villain?
I have
Damn.
something else.
That was a scary
Oh.
question to ask. I'm like, hey, who's his
No,
favorite person?
I'm too good to do something to them, but in fight, I can use that to talk shit to him. I can
Oh,
just
I was
poke
even
the
gonna
bear.
start hanging down his grandma or
you
something.
wanted that.
Right.
You just wanted that info to poke the bear.
Oh,
Mid-
Go
yeah.
kill his grandma.
No, dude, make the irrational man act irrationally off jump. Like,
Fair point.
So if you're
Oh,
afraid
what's
to hunt
the-
down
what's
a
the-
grandma.
what's the Sun Tzu quote? All wars are first won in the mind.
Yeah.
The witch goes, you may ask something else. I feel that is nowhere near equal to the boon I offer. Especially since it's an answer you already knew. Raz speaks up. How do we deal with the enchantment in the armor and free our friend's child, stuck at the right hand of Eowyn? Well, their armor is special. Typically, the enchantment is tied to every piece together. Any piece lost in the enchantment itself loses control. But their armor is special. It can work when multiple pieces are missing. But the more
My
pieces that are
bad.
missing, the easier it is for them to fight back. Remove armor, and they can fight the will over their mind.
Hmm.
That is your boon. And now yours. Looking to you, Yunkath. Would you like information or enhancement?
I can't think of any questions off the top of my head, so I will simply pass.
Are you sure? The only stipulation is the king is killed. It's already on your path.
With all due respect, this still feels like a buy now, pay later scheme.
Leans back a little bit, breathes in, just... Oh well. Try to be kind. But I can't blame you. I'm not exactly the prettiest face here.
Well, looks have nothing to do with it. It's just nature, either yours or mine, that is keeping us from coming to a deal. And so it shall be.
If you say so, Sir Watcher. Well, looks to everybody. Your friend seems to have a loss for ideas, though I'm happy to take any other questions in his place. If anyone else has information they desire.
Is there any sort of safe path to the castle or to the kingdom that you know of?
There is. Though, the closer you get to the kingdom, all you must stay wary of are the control towers, the control crystals. They keep their defenses more further, though once you try to get into the kingdom proper, you'll find a much harder chance of getting through unnoticed.
All right.
Kind of looks at you, Eon Koth, again, and just goes, "You said you had a long past. I won't ask, but would there be any grudges held?"
You of all people should know information doesn't come free.
Name your price.
Let's see. What is my darkest day worth?
I can tell you precisely why I want the king dead. Tell you the secret to my strengths.
Can I talk to you privately?
Of course. And the handle spins, and as it spins, the ground almost conveyor belt pulls the rest of the party away and then pulls Eon Kath forward to where he's about, like, the rest of the party is now, like, the closest is about 30 feet away, and Eon Kath is about 5 feet away. and then there is a slight, almost warp in the air.
Mm.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh.
that is concerning.
Oh.
Hopefully,
Should we like
it'll
go
be
over
alright.
there to to check on him if he doesn't come back in a certain amount of time?
I mean, we can still see him. It's just.
I would rather not interrupt a conversation with.
Yeah.
And he just kind of gestures in the general direction of the witch.
I have a feeling even if we did, we might not even be able to enter, even if we wanted to.
Well, here's just hoping he comes back alive. This is.
I'm sure he will be alright. I'm sure he understands what he's doing. He wouldn't have offered otherwise.
Precisely. I feel like Eon Kath, of all people,
So.
would know if he was in real danger or not.
Mm-hmm.
True, true. So. This weather is kind of crazy here.
Shut up.
You are so right.
You know, it's all gray.
Jesus Christ.
It's been this way for a while. I'm not sure if you're just noticing, but...
Also, have you just been going around asking, hey, have you seen any kids around, like, with a bunch of candy in your pocket? It's like, hey, kid, come here, go on some candy.
I mean, I do enjoy giving any children some sweets once in a while, as long as their family is alright with it. But the way you seem to imagine it seems a lot more sinister than...
A little weird.
What are you
Very,
insinuating,
very weird.
Zinc?
You make it sound as if I'm trying to lure them
Just
in.
saying, from an outside point of view.
I hope I don't come
Like,
across
we know
that
it, yes,
way.
that is...
Kenshi. Kenshi looks over at you, Basil. Speaking of which, you didn't give all of it away to the witch, did you?
Oh no, of course not.
Oh yeah, can I have some?
I
Oh,
still have
good.
at least 10 in my
Ooh,
pocket.
can I have a piece of candy?
Sure.
Oh, nice.
Gives you a piece.
Yay!
It says on
Thank
the front of the
you.
plastic, Basil's original.
Thank goodness. I was hoping you didn't give them all away. They are delicious.
Oh yes, were you wanting another as well?
Kenshi kind of like he looks down at the ground a little bit and back up to you and is like, perhaps.
Pulls one out of her pocket. Offers it to you.
Thank you, Lady Shen. Oh, I gotta add it to my inventory now. Yeah, it's Basil's original. Basil's original. I said it gives 4 temp HP, right?
I believe so. Let me check.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
When you finish the long rest, you can cook a number of treats equal to your proficiency bonus. What's my proficiency bonus? Oh, it's 5 now. Okay, so it would give you 5 HP now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would give you 5 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Yeah.
Actually, no, yeah, he'll eat it now. I'm not even gonna put it in my inventory. He's gonna pop it in his mouth. 5. Yippee!
I was thinking possibly with the next batch I make, perhaps filling them with some sort of sweet something, you know?
Nice.
Perhaps
I
like
look
some
forward
sort
to the
of
next batch.
like a coffee flavored syrup or
Ooh.
something with
I
like
would
a
love
green apple
coffee.
flavor or
I
You don't
vote
need
for
any more caffeine.
coffee. What? No. It's good. It's good for my heart. All right, the heart is a muscle, and I'm training it.
With at the rate that you take these caffeinated beverages, I would be concerned for your heart health.
That's simply training. Hard training.
You are a very small creature, and with the rate that your heart beats, I grow ever more concerned for your safety.
No. It's like a chihuahua, you know? It always kind of vibrates a bit.
I don't know if I've ever seen this a chihuahua.
Oh, so it's a small creature. Small
Okay.
creature that's technically a dog.
Like you? Oh.
Very tiny. It does have big ears, yes, it does have big ears.
Oh, okay.
It's angry all the time. So angry all the time.
Well, that's very
And
much unlike you.
And it bites a lot.
Although you do shake a lot.
And it only really likes one person.
Who?
Usually an old lady. No, like Joel only likes his owner. Only likes his owner.
Oh, so
it hates everyone else. Yeah.
So, where you are from, people intentionally keep a pet that is constantly angry?
Well, like, it's not angry all the time. It's like a mini guard dog, and they're cute, and they fit in bags.
And they like older
put little
women.
sweaters on them. Yeah. Typically, older women have them.
Do you think
my grandma had a few.
Do you think one would like
angry
me
old
then?
Eyes.
I'm indeed an older
Possibly.
woman. Not that much
I believe
older,
one
but...
will like you, yeah.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
They're good dogs. Just they're very angry all the time.
Wait, how old is Basil?
You want to take a guess? Or do you want to ask in character?
I'm taking a guess out of character. Jesus Christ, I'm not going to ask her age. Fuck. that is not
How
a
old
thing
is
that
Kenshi?
Kenshi would do. Kenshi is... Oh god, he is... So, he is technically 12. But Eric Cochrans live for like 25 years. So he's middle aged. He's middle aged for his species.
Middle aged. So, but you said that he is approximately how old?
12.
12 in human years?
No, God. In human years, he would be in his like late 40s into his 50s. He's an older.
Okay.
He's an older Eric Cochran for sure. He's seen some shit.
Okay.
He's been around.
Okay.
But for his species, he's middle aged. But he's been alive.
So how old are you?
He's been alive for 12 years.
Nice.
But for an Eric Cochran, he's old.
Okay. Basil is 36.
How does that compare to human years, or is that equal?
I think her race doesn't. They're able to get like into like a little bit above hundreds, but it's not by too much. It's not by much.
So she's fairly young for her species. Sort of.
Because I think it's like in the hundreds area that they usually reach, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Let me see.
Oh god, my character's old.
It's about to say Eric Cochrans don't live for very long. I think. Hold on, let me look this up.
My little guy is 32.
D5E.
Let me see. If there's anything about age. Age. Kawara mature at around 15 and live up to around 120 years old.
Damn.
Okay.
So
I mean, still fairly young. She'd be in her
Yeah.
like a human equivalent, maybe 20s, maybe.
maybe.
Hold on, where's
I certainly like it doesn't have specifically like a like humans to Korora like comparison, but
Yeah, okay, yeah. Aarakocra reach maturity at age 3. Compared to humans, Aarakocra don't usually live longer than 30 years.
damn.
So, Kenshi is middle-aged. If he were a human, he'd be a silver fox.
That's so funny. I have a
He's the older
Aarakocra
one.
character. She's like a year old.
Oh,
She
Baby.
is but a baby.
she's but a baby.
She is truly a child.
Oh, goodness.
Still have yet to actually use her, but she's a druid. She's really cute and tiny. One of the first interactions she had with the group that she was in was she started drinking water out of a flower pot. Because she doesn't because she's like, she comes from like, she travels from a very far away like land, and so also like Aarakocras in that area just aren't like wildly seen. But she
Wait,
doesn't
is
know
this-
like the customs of people in that area, so she's just
is
doing
this
whatever.
Is this the crow-looking one that you showed me at one time? The one that kind of looks like a kenku?
Yeah,
But it's
I love
actually
that.
Aarakocra. Oh my
Yeah.
god, yes, she's cute. Yes, I remember you showing me
She's so
that.
tiny.
Oh yeah, fucking Zinc. Did I ever describe to you exactly like what Kenshi looks like?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Oh man.
Are you
It's been like a bird.
So more
Bird
specifically,
Bird.
Kenshi resembles a secretary bird.
Oh, those guys are pretty.
Yes. So yeah, he has the same the same feather coloration. He has natural secretary bird feather colors. Even has the crest feathers
The little plume.
and everything, plumage. Yeah, on the back of his
Yeah.
head, all that. Got the looks like he's got that what is it, mascara?
The winged eyeliner.
Yeah, he looks a little
Oh
cunty.
my god.
He looks a little cunty.
The red eyeshadow.
Yes.
Oh my god!
That's-
Any
that's-
like anime
that's
characters that have like red, like the red was like going
Oh
around.
my god. The
They're so.
Yes.
Ugh. That's good shit. That's good shit. Right? Oh, I found
Look
my
at that!
perfect picture.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, that's perfect.
Hey, wait
what
a
the
second.
fuck?
Is that you?
Hey, hold on.
Is this you?
Pretty much. That's exactly how. Well, maybe not exactly how I picture.
Oh,
I
shit.
Except
I-
your armor would be different.
yeah, armor. Well, yeah, he'd be wearing just the.
That's like the first like picture that comes up on Aarakocra. That's kind of
That's
crazy.
Yes, the second one is this fucking secretary bird. God, I wish I. Why can't I have an original thought ever? No, I pictured him, of course, wearing like an all black samurai armor. At least just the top half of it. Technically not wearing pants, but like the top portion of samurai armor goes down low. Like it has a skirt. What the fuck? But I also
That's
pictured.
concerning.
I also imagined his wings were on his back, like coming through little holes in the armor, not like wings on arms. There.
Oh.
Gotcha. So like the
Nice.
arms and the wings are separate, kind of like this guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like the more traditional depiction of
Oh.
Eric Hochran, like that.
Yeah. Oh,
That's how I
feathers look
vision him,
really
but
nice.
as a secretary bird.
Yeah.
You know what's
My
cool?
dude is a goblin McDonald's uniform.
Yes. I don't know why I
You're
thought of
drawing
it.
of her so cute.
I don't know why I thought of a secretary
Oh,
bird
yeah.
either. It's like one of the first things that came to mind. Like cop.
Clop it.
You
Hello.
guys looked over and watched this you watched this conversation. Eventually you watched Eon Kath produce some dragon scales from his pack. The witch grabbed them and they disappeared, and the similar visage of her turning the dial and magical energies conversing around Eon Kath.
I don't know if we noticed this because we're talking about chihuahuas.
Raz notices because Raz is
Our little group is.
Fuck!
Zink
Wait,
is
what?
just telling us about chihuahuas.
No, Raz, like, all
No
this
one
is
has
going
a
on, and
witch
Raz
for a
just kind
chihuahua.
of, what the fuck?
What? Everything okay?
Yunkath
Good.
made a trade.
Oh, good for him. Proud of him.
So anyways, Chihuahua.
Yes. So, anyways.
Anyways, go back to
Can
what
I
you were saying.
ask the witch for a chihuahua?
I
Can I
think it's better not
describe a
to
chihuahua
ask
to the
for...
witch and ask her to give me one?
What are you willing to trade for that, Zink?
What are you
Be
willing to trade?
realistic.
That
dog's not
What
gonna
do you
last long
have
out
to
here.
Let's-
trade
let's-
for that? We should
If
know,
you-
not what are you willing, what do you have to trade?
Let's see. I got platinum bars, gold,
How many do you have?
rubies, sapphires.
Did you give those away in your previous deal?
Fucking robbed the old man. Remember
did you
the dude
take?
we killed? You brutally murdered. Remember that dude?
Yes.
I robbed him.
How many do you have?
Many bars.
How many platinum bars did you take?
How many platinum bars did you take, and how many did you give away in the first deal? Because I remember you saying that you put up platinum bars.
I gave away 5.
And you have how many
Okay.
more in your pocket?
I got 2,995.
Okay,
What the?
You think
fuck?
they
I
gave me a
think you-
chihuahua?
I think you mean platinum pieces, not bars.
Bars.
Because
That is
bars.
Different.
A bar and a platinum piece are different things. A gold piece is a
I
gold
don't
coin. There's a difference between a gold coin and a gold bar. You have platinum coins, not platinum bars. The bar would be worth like 500 coins.
I still have a lot.
So with this
God.
being clarified, how much did you put up for that
Dumb.
first trade?
5 platinum coins.
5.
Okay.
Okay.
She rolled low in
got
the persuasion anyway, so it fits.
Yeah, fair enough.
You
didn't
got
you didn't
some assuring
swindle.
I mean,
gems.
Don't forget
Well,
about
platinum-
the helmet and the bone.
The platinum is definitely useful for trade
Yeah.
purposes.
I just got a hula hoop. But I'm not
Also
sure I
the
want to
hula-
give that away.
When did you get a
Also, the
hula
hula
hoop?
hoop.
Maeve.
I don't remember anymore.
Right.
It was whenever Maeve left.
I see how it is.
Right. I was like, Maeve had a hula hoop.
Yeah.
Somebody gave me a hoop.
I held a going away auction where I just kind of handed my shit out.
Right. Right. Well, is Yon Cat back?
So,
Yeah, Eonkath walks back towards the group. And the group is also kind of conveyor belted back to like the 10 feet away.
you
Nice.
think you gave me a chihuahua?
Please,
No,
please,
they're
please don't.
horrendous creatures.
Oh
they're
shit!
filled
I want a
with-
chihuahua. I can.
So
I
you've heard of them too.
Zink was telling
They're
me that they like
Filled
older
with
women.
anxiety more than anything, and have a desperate urge to fight everything despite being very, very tiny.
Hmm.
We
Um,
already
also
have.
crave death.
We
So
already
you've
have
seen
one of that
chihuahuas
in our
before,
party
then?
as we speak.
Yes, you're
And I'll feed
absolutely
another
right,
one.
Benji.
We could be friends.
I didn't
We could
see
be
any
best
chihuahuas in
friends.
my world.
There's also
I want to ask the witch if she can
pugs,
give me a
which are
chihuahua.
god-awful. I wheel around to the witch. Please don't give the small one a chihuahua.
She just goes,
Just don't listen
But
to
in a
her.
Pomeranian.
why would you want a chihuahua of all things?
That's exactly.
Because they're cute.
Why not get like a German Shepherd? It could help you.
Like a German Shepherd, or
Like, I can't
hear me,
handle
no,
a German Shepherd. You see me?
you're not thinking wide enough. You get Saint Bernard, you get an English Mastiff, you put a saddle on it, you ride it into combat.
Oh shit! I want a Saint Bernard.
You're not
What did you
thinking
get for
wide
Saint
enough.
Bernard and a saddle. I want a Saint Bernard and a saddle.
Good
your
luck
brain
feeding
into a
that.
pancake.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
That would be really funny.
So, witch, what can I get for like a dog? What
Hold on, I'm just
do
seeing
you want for a dog?
male Saint Bernards typically stand between 20 to 30 inches tall
Yes.
and weigh
That's
140 to 180 pounds.
Yes.
Gentle
God.
giants.
I love them.
They're sweeties. I love Saint Bernards. They're basically babies.
Have you seen the Yip to Borf scale of dogs?
Yes!
I
So-
have not, but I can imagine.
It is
Witch, what can I get for a chihuahua?
Weren't you just asking about a... Why are you asking about a chihuahua again?
Yeah.
I do not deal in the
You're kinda
realm of
funny.
dogs.
Oh, do you know someone who does?
No,
Well,
there are not dogs
No,
in
no.
the shadow. I know
Eh.
of dogs, but there are none in the
Oh.
Shadowfell.
have you ever
They're
had a
not-
pet?
Well, what about something that
Corruptibles,
resembles a
witches.
dog?
No, you're not getting a dog resembled object from the Shadowfell. They will just kill you.
It's not an object, it's an animal.
It's a
Most
shadow
likely
mastiff.
to.
It has
Good
hatred in its
We
heart.
get a
Anyway, Eon
So does a
Cap, how'd your deal
chihuahua.
go?
We get a pup cup on the way home.
Eon Cap, how'd your deal go? Or
It went
whatever you
well.
did. Went good? Okay, alright, good. Gives you a little pat on
Raz-
the back.
Raz kind of stands towards you and goes, "You trustworthy?"
Unfortunately so.
Raz just kind of like you're watching like the internal fight of like he wants to be stronger in some way, and he's like having
What
that
the-
fight, and he like hearing that he just quick step towards the witch and has a small conversation, and then comes back to the group. Right. Wait a minute. How do we leave?
I assume we just leave.
Yeah, the witch was. Yes, if you would like to leave, just walk out the forest. I will put you back the entrance that you had left.
Outstanding.
It's been great meeting you,
So
and I
you-
hope to hear you soon.
Mrs. Shen, did you want to say anything?
Actually, yes. Jacob, I don't suppose I possibly have some, like, knitted stuff I probably have just in my inventory of stuff I've made.
I'm sure you probably have a large assortment of knitted things, and also the tools to knit. Like you probably have a few tools of both like different colored yarns and needles. Like I'm sure you have plenty of both finished knitting things you're partway done with, supplies to knit.
Does this witch look like they would enjoy a knitted blanket?
They are a large, black, lithe, thin, six-armed bear skin, except on the neck, and basically pants, like creature that plays a hurdy-gurdy with the bottom two
Purple.
arms.
How big
So,
is she?
yeah.
How big is she again?
So yeah.
About 15 feet tall.
How fast would it take me to make a blanket that would fit her?
A while.
A while.
If I take blankets that I already have knitted and then knit them together,
If you patchwork and make a jumbo patch blanket, I would say if you sat there, I would say if you took like 10 minutes, you could probably take a few of your blankets and make a jumbo patch blanket.
how long do you think it took for Eon Cat to do his deal?
Oh my god.
About as long as I'd say it probably took maybe about 5-6 minutes.
Okay, whenever Eon Cat gets back, I'm already in the middle of it. I'm almost done.
All right.
When I see him in sweet talk the witch and it gave
It's
me
hard
an
to tell
animal.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, so the whole conversation we had about chihuahuas and shit, you're just like,
Yep, the entire time I was knitting.
Frantically sewing them together. Like this bitch cold, she needs a blanket.
While Raz goes off and talks to her, can I finish it then?
Give me the time frame. Give me the time frame.
Sure, and all the arguments and conversation, you finish your jumbo patch blanket.
I fold it up neatly. What was her name again? I know it was like a Ziantha.
Zrathena.
Zerethena.
Zrathena.
Zerethena.
Zrathena.
Zerethena.
Yes, dear.
While you were finishing up your deal, I did patch up some of these blankets, and I thought since you're out here all by yourself, you might enjoy a blanket to keep you warm in this area. Nothing in return.
She takes it, looks it over and goes, "Would you be upset if I modified the colors?"
It is yours now. You can do whatever you want with it.
There's the two middle hands that are just kind of like sitting out to the side. The two top arms are grabbing it, and they kind of flick it. And as it flicks, it goes into a solid gray. But then it like gradients down to black as it rolls down.
Nice.
How many shades of gray would you say there are?
shut up.
50.
Shut up!
Okay, thank you for that knowledge. This was important.
Think of it as a thank you.
But she throws it around and like brings her fingers and like almost creates a string to like hold it to the back.
Tied up like a little cape.
It's not tied. There's like a string on the ends, but just to hold it over the large, elongated shoulders.
Oh, what a cute abomination.
Very cozy now.
Very cozy.
But she goes.
Not as scary, maybe.
She goes. Appreciate it, my dear. And you're sure you want nothing for this?
No, this is my thank you for sharing your time with us.
Greatly appreciated. As you step away, make a perception check.
What? Excuse me? Excuse the fuck out of me. Ooh! That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
As you begin to step away, you hear a slight turn of the hurdy-gurdy, and there's a slight few notes that turn out, and as you turn, you see the very final wisps of color coming into you as your charisma increases by 4.
Damn.
Nice. All right, shit.
Increases by 4.
Yeah, I did it. I just now.
Oh, you just did it? Okay.
I just did it.
Damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
I rolled the 1d4 plus 1, and I got a 3, so.
Holy shit, that increased my persuasion and intimidation. That's great.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Damn.
Don't mess with Mama.
Damn fucking right.
But the party now finds themselves exiting the woods. As you continue to walk, the condensed trees begin to thin out until after only about 5 minutes you find yourselves walking straight back at the cave that the separate people had entered to make camp and make home base, and that you guys had left to try and find the Shade Witch.
Interesting.
But you are now directly back at the encampment cave.
I don't know why, but after that I feel so much more charismatic.
You make
Same.
you all
I also
make your
feel
way.
stronger.
Oh, that's nice, honey. Pat, pat, pat.
You all make your way down and back into the encampment. You see Rod comes back up and goes, Hey, it's you guys again. And like quickly jumps over. You guys okay? Is everything all right?
Everything's
Yeah.
just wonderful. How are you
Better
doing?
than ever.
I can see all.
Fine. Do you need new change of pants? Like,
No?
That's an
Everything went
Awfully
quite
suspicious.
smoothly with our meeting with the witch, honestly. In fact,
Very lovely lady.
she granted
were-
us all, like Rod said, a boon.
and you weren't terrified the moment you saw her.
Yeah. I
she
see
looks she looks a lot less menacing now that she has a blanket around her.
What?
See, the other Spirelay I saw before was way scarier looking.
I'm gonna he just kind of walks back and continues with what he's doing.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh shit! I should offer a sip of my monster. You think that would have got me something? You know, just like a little
Starts,
shot.
like, doubles the
Makes-
BPM of her hurdy-gurdy playing.
Fucking PPAF.
Oh my!
She starts playing Nightcore.
I'm surprised you didn't try to give her some of your some of the unlimited 5-hour energy or anything that you have.
Oh shit! Can we turn back around? Let's see
You
what
just-
we get.
You just run away from the group like, I want to go to the witch again!
I love that you forgot about your unlimited monster energy and
Shit, I forgot!
unlimited 5-hour energy.
Shit! Shit! I won't go back to the witch. I'll be like, hey, oh.
Zing tries to run back. I just grab her back. back her. We're not going back.
You just like keep running around trying
No,
to like get
what
back to
should I
the.
get?
You keep running around trying to get back to the witch, and then it just like hard cuts to her in the middle of taking a nap.
She's taking
Wake
a nap
up!
in her blanket.
Yeah, you
Wake
taking a nap, but you're just running around the forest like, where is she?
Wake up! Where are you?
But as you all make your way back into the cave, we will go ahead and end the session there.
Damn, it's already 11:46.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well, we started an hour later.
yeah.
Yes, we did.
I didn't even realize it got that.
Alright, I'm gonna go because I open the classic.
Yes.
The
Good
classic.
night. Good night.
Chillax.
You're
See
welcome
you
for
later.
threatening your gambler's brain, by the way.
Yippee.
Also, before I skedaddle, fucking while y'all were in whisper chat, I fucking like jump scared Audrey with the knowledge of how old Kenshi is.
Yeah.
How old
Jump
Kenshi
scare.
is?
Yes, because I don't remember how that. I don't. Oh yeah,
For a moment, I got
Right,
really
'cause of how-
scared that he was way too young for her.
he's 12. However, Aarakocrans typically don't live
Kids.
longer than 30. So that makes him around middle aged. If he were a human, he'd be
Yes.
in his late 40s. He'd be a
Yes.
silver fox. He may, in relative to race, he might actually be the oldest person in the party? Question mark? Maybe.
No.
No, who would that belong to?
Mine is
I believe Eonkoth is like, he died around 300 something, and then he's been in this plane for
Shit.
about 300 years.
Mhm.
So he,
Oh,
And
Eonkoth,
I've also been here for
yeah,
like,
Basil
many years
is
as well.
technically 90 something, I think.
technically with all the years I spent here with Eonkath.
Because I think you spent 50 years here with Eonkoth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're technically 86.
And I treat Eonkath like he is one of my
And,
children,
yeah.
even though he is
And-
much older than me.
And Eonkoth is technically 650.
I see.
God damn.
Goddamn. Yeah, and
He's
Kenshi has.
also,
Huh?
I was just saying, he's also a Shadarkai, and those are basically just Shadowfell elves.
Right,
So-
yeah. Yeah, Kenshi's been in that plane for maybe a year. Maybe.
How old would that
Or
make
just-
Eonkath in human
Just
years,
shy of a
then?
year.
Hold on.
Since he is technically like an elf.
Shadarkai race 5e. Oh.
Yeah, for a moment, I made Audrey worried that she may be nearly robbing the cradle, but it's fine.
I was real worried.
You know, calling
So-
Chris Hansen.
So
Like,
they
please,
can
no.
live. So Shadarkai can live to be over 750 years old. So if we say like 800, he's technically around 100 years away from normal Shadarkai age, but he died around 350.
Mm-hmm.
So he died when he was about 50 in human years. 45
Oh,
to-
okay.
He died when he was about 45 to 50 in human years. Now, technically, he would be like 80, 90 in that
Right,
range.
but relative to their specific race when they died, Kenshi and Eonkoth are about the same.
About the same, yes.
They're both middle aged for their race, for their species.
Yeah, for when they died. And because when you die and come here, age is no longer a factor. And
Yeah.
if people are old when they come here, there are special enchantments and spells and potions that can help de-age. Or if some people want to be older, there are also spells and enchantments that can make people older. Like if it's a child that showed up and they're like, I don't want to be a fucking baby.
I don't
Go
want to
play
be a
poker.
fucking
Slap
baby.
You fucking
They're at a gambling table and they're just a baby.
It's really funny because whenever I brought Trent to the Whisper, like we had a short conversation before we talked about the physical transfusion, and he was just like, Ewenkoth probably wouldn't, but you're fucking with my gambler brain. Which also, I wanted to be kept in mind, if you guys did the physical transfusion for Constitution and added to your Constitution modifier, removing health for Constitution, you technically would increase your max health if you rolled high.
Oh
Because
shit! I didn't even think about that.
if you removed 60 max, if you remove 60 max HP, if you removed 60 max HP and got a natural 20 for a 26 and added that to your Constitution, because you are level 13, it would add a plus 13 to your Constitution. But it would also give you, technically, you would gain 109 hit points.
Jesus Christ. Damn, that
You would
fucking
actually,
stonks. Big profit.
yeah, technically adding it to Constitution, like even if you rolled a 4 because it's +6, you would gain 130 health. So adding to the Constitution, you would have to roll pretty low. Like the minimum is a 7. So you would still gain HP technically, even if you min rolled. You would only
That's
gain
crazy.
you would gain 31 HP.
God damn.
Alright, interesting.
Damn.
I'm glad I
But-
didn't do it though.
That's
It's
also
too
why
late
I
to
made
hunt down
that's-
the witch.
that's also why I set the limit of 2. You can do it 2 times.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm gonna hop off now.
I was like, I ain't trying that.
Yeah,
I
fair
ain't
enough.
trying that.
Sorry, no. 7 is not the minimum.
Oh.
I was entirely wrong. You would roll a +7, which at most would increase it by 3. So you would only gain 39 HP.
Mm.
So you would gain some HP back, but not as much. You would have to so you would have to get a 5, so you would have to get at least a 10, which would like a +10. So you would have to roll at least a 4 plus the 6. And then
Alright.
because 5 times 13 is 65, so you would gain 5 HP.
Alright. Everyone say
Hmm.
goodbye to stream.
Bye,
Rating
stream.
out.
Goodbye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye.